This is coming off the heels of China also banning video games, which is huge for Twitch. I mean, you got to think about this. They're banning, and they already did this last year where they were limiting 90 minutes per week for video games and 30 minutes per day for like certain other things. But they're banning the sale of video games, the use of video games, and video game playing all together, and allowing like an hour a week because they want productivity to come back and they want the government to have more control. Think about something like Twitch, right? Think about how many people over there are competitive gamers, but more importantly, how many people over there watch gaming. I mean, this is massive implications for Twitch,
Huge,
for YouTube gaming. It's huge. I mean, this is a massive market, and companies like Activision and whatnot who are investing heavily over there. It's
China
huge.
bans kids from playing online video games during the week. This is a CNN article. It says China has barred online gamers under the age of 18 from playing on weekdays and limited their play to just 3 hours most weekends, marking a significant escalation of restrictions on the country's massive gaming industry. This is literally like parent rules. Growing up, it was
welcome to communism.
It was like growing up, you don't have good grades. No, the first thing that was taken away was video games. Always. Like, oh, you're not studying enough. Oh, your teacher says that they've had to put you in the hall because you're talking in class too much. Video games, it's out. This is now the government comes in and says, nope, you can't have it anymore.
It's mama and daddy. And I mean, what are they going to do when they go off to college? I mean, it's like they're going to, if they go to college, I mean, China's already reversed their one child policy because they're running out of population, right? So then they're going in there, and China has what they call the 4-2-1 problem with one person, one kid taking care of parents and two sets of grandparents. But, in the United States, we don't, we obviously, you don't do that. You put your parents or grandparents in some kind of home. But speaking of college,
I feel like growing up, video games for me were what kept me away from, and granted, whatever, I was a nerd, whatever, but like it kept me away from like, smoking pot or drinking, like doing all the partying. I feel like that's the thing that kept me away because I was just gaming all the time. I played Halo like 12 hours a day.
It must be nice to have had a TV and a video game console.
Oh, and no friends. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't have those either. I lived in a fucking shack in a jungle in Hawaii.
You played Halo. You told me all about your Halo days.
I went in the military when I was 20 years old.
You told me all about how you run it up on Halo 1 and 2. You loved it.
I went to the military instead of college, and I still ended up drinking. But
and playing Halo.
That was back.